Hello, welcome to Rarely Rad. Haleigh and Isabelle are here. We're going to tell you right now, we're going to put this out. This comes out the day before Thanksgiving, and then we're skipping the following week because we got shit going on, and yeah, we don't really have time for that. And then we'll do episode right before I come to New York, and that'll be all about our plans, obvi. But yeah, this is our pre-Thanksgiving turkey roast.
And we accidentally wore the same shirt.
Yeah, we suck. I got on and I was like, dude, what are you wearing? And she's like, this. And I was like, all right, nice. We're both in our skinny social club t-shirts.
Yeah.
At least we look cute. It's on brand.
Dude, the lighting in here is like last week when we were recording. Remember, I was like, I think I blew the fuse. I definitely did because it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, but you tried to flip the thing back and it still doesn't work?
No.
Oh goodness. Well,
Yeah.
have you done any actual problem solving?
Well, the light works. Like it's just this little side lamp that doesn't work.
Does the outlet work?
It was working.
Yeah, but does it work now? Like if you plug your phone into it, if you plug your laptop into it, does it charge?
I don't know. I never really come in here unless I'm hungover and I don't kind of keep it dark. Let's see. I'm gonna unplug it, plug it back in. Oh, by the way, yeah, no, it's not working.
Did you try something other than the lamp?
No, I don't have anything else in here.
Okay,
But the
well,
outlet here, well, the outlet in here also doesn't work, which is why I think I blew like the whole fuse in this room. Like a different outlet.
Yeah, you might have also just burnt out the light bulb.
Yeah, I should tell maintenance.
Which is why I would say, like, I would suggest after we record, try and plug in something else that you know that works. But I have some outlets here that I just don't think work.
Yeah.
It happens.
Whatever. New season of Sex Lives of College Girls came out yesterday.
Oh, I think I watched that show.
Yeah, you did. Because I told you to watch it, but because they were on like remember there was like that writer's strike?
No, I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, it was last year or maybe even early this year. But that's why a bunch of shows were like on pause. Seasons weren't coming out. Like the show Wednesday would have come out in Halloween this past Halloween, but because of the writer's strike, obviously that didn't happen. Damn. Now I don't think it's coming out till like 2026.
I'm surprised. I mean, I guess it's good for them. Like writers can go on strike and they can't just find someone else to do it.
The thing with writers is I feel like they're so underrated. Like the actors, yeah, you're like the face of it, but you're just reading what somebody else funny wrote.
I definitely think it's like it's a hand-in-hand position almost. Like
no, for sure.
You can choose the wrong actor for a part. Like I think a lot of people felt like that about It Ends With Us or It Starts With Us or whatever that movie was like that was casted super poorly. But I think people like the story on its own. But yeah, writers, I mean, same thing with like, I don't know, directors and stuff. Like there are people that like are famous directors and we would run into them on the road and we'd have no idea who they are.
Yeah, but writers don't make a lot. I think that's the difference. Like a director makes a lot of money. Like a writer makes like 120, which like, yeah, it's a lot. But if you're thinking about it compared to like an actor who's making in the millions, like there's no comparison.
But I also don't think all actors and actresses are making in the millions. Like I think there's a lot of them that are like trying to skate by. Ones we know, yeah. But like
I was gonna say, yeah, but like the ones that people watch are making in the millions. Like obviously like The Office first season, they were probably in like the 100. And then as that show grew, became very popular. Well, it's like funny watching shows like that because I feel like a lot of them didn't make it after the show. Like the big person in Friends is Jennifer Aniston. Like the other people, you don't really see them around that much. And then same with The Office, it's like Steve Carell, and then you kind of see John Krasinski a little bit here and there, but everybody knows Steve Carell.
Yeah, I think people they sometimes, so often actors and actresses can't get past what they were the first time, and it's hard for like people like us to see them in a different role, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
Seinfeld, there was like a curse. They call it like the Seinfeld curse. Like none of them were able to make it anywhere. The first one to like kind of push out of it was Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's the one who does Veep.
mhm.
And she was like the only one to, but she was saying like it was a struggle. Like I was reading something about it after I watched Veep. I feel like when I watch a show, I'll go down like a rabbit hole about like the actors and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
but she was saying like it was like really difficult for her to find work because
Yeah.
everybody
Or
just
even
associates them with that character.
like I just watched Hot Frosty, a new Christmas show on Netflix, and Hot Frosty, the character himself, he is Ted from Schitt's Creek, the hot vet. And so it was like weird watching him in this new role and not being who I know him as.
Yeah, I think in situations like that, I think actors and actresses want like while they were in Friends, they should start dabbling in other projects so people early on associate them with other things other than I think that's why Jennifer Aniston was able to kind of make it out because she was
Yeah.
married to Brad Pitt, who was like, let's be honest, he was like a babe back then. And then the whole scandal with him cheating on her with Angelina Jolie put like a lot of attention on her.
Yeah, that's probably it. But I do think a lot of them struggle. Oh, something I was thinking about. I was thinking about this on my walk yesterday. And I feel like this is something so different between like men and women is if you ask like your favorite classic movie or something. I feel like men are always like Forrest Gump or like Shawshank Redemption or like an actual like real long like classic, and like a girl would be like, "She's the man."
Oh, mine is Bridget Jones.
That's what I was like, but like, and guys, like, it's always like this old film that's like, I don't know, like a classic. I guess again, a classic movie, but like, I feel like girls' classics are just like white chicks.
I guess I feel like if you're mentioning classics, I feel like you're discussing like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Or are you okay. I also
Well,
hate when people
that's
ask
what I'm
me,
saying. I think is like the difference in like men and women.
you know what? One of Austin's favorite movies is actually Love Actually. He'd never seen it until we met, and I was like, "No, this movie is amazing." And he's like, no, 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 because it's kind of like rom-com-y. And like he
Mhm.
loves a rom-com. Like one of his favorite movies is The Notebook. I hate which I know that's not a rom-com, but like I
Yeah.
hate movies like that. And every time we watch it, he's always crying at the end.
That is one of those movies. I was just thinking about it because I was on my walk yesterday when I was Snapchatting one of my guy friends, and I had my hair pulled back, so all you could see were like my bangs. And I was like,
Mm.
I look like Amanda Bynes, and she's the man. And he was like, I've never seen it. And I was just like, what? Like, how have you not seen that movie? It's something everyone's
I don't
seen.
know. Austin's watched like all of those kind of movies. He's a big movie person though, so he like will name movies that I didn't even know existed. Like if I were to ask him his favorite movie, it would not be one of those like Forrest Gump, Shawshank Redemption movies. It would be like some shitty Tom Cruise movie. I'm like, dude, you love shitty Tom Cruise movies. And he's like, oh, they're just good. I'm like, no, they're not. Maybe like a James Bond would be in there, which like James Bond is respectable because it's kind of
I
like
would,
a
but see,
classic.
that's what I'm saying. I would still put that under like classic movies that guys would say, like, oh yeah,
Well,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like if I'm discussing like classics like that, he would probably say James Bond. I'm trying to think of another thing he would say.
oh,
But
I
I
had
can't think of
one
anything.
guy ask me this weekend, out at the bar, and I like didn't know him, and then somehow we got talking, and I found out he went to FSU and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, like I did too, whatever. And then his next question, and he's like dancing all around. This guy's definitely lit, and it's like pretty early in the day, and I'm not lit. And his next question is, "What's your favorite Taylor Swift album?" I'm like, "Oh god, he's got the wrong girl here." So I was like, "I don't think I have one. I'm more like a Miley Cyrus bangers girl." And he was like, no, you have to have one. Like, you have to. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to even think of the names of these albums. Like, I'm not gonna say Lover, but like I couldn't even tell you what songs are on these albums. Like, no idea. So finally I'm just like, Red. And he's like,
dude, that's the worst one.
he's like, no,
That's what
no,
I
oh my god, no. And I'm like, maybe Teardrops on My Guitar.
dude, I was talking to Shannon and Lauren the other day. I was like, maybe I like re-listen to Taylor Swift because I liked her first 3 albums, like Fearless, Speak Now, and then her first one, which is I think just called Taylor Swift, like Our Song, that one.
Mhm.
And then I tried listening to Red, and I'm like, this album is boner. And that's when I stopped listening to Taylor Swift because I was like, this album kind of blows.
Brianna Chicken Fry, she is re-becoming a Swiftie, and she's really loving it. But I will say she's also going through probably like the hardest breakup she's ever been through in her entire life, so that might be part of it.
Yeah, I feel like if I was going through a breakup, I'd probably become a Swiftie.
Yeah. Like, why not?
I do like a couple songs on the Lover album that have like popped up on TikTok.
The song Shake It Off, is that what that one's on?
No, I don't. That's the one after Red, but I don't know what that one's called. I think I don't even know if it's actually after Red. It might even be the Red album.
Any Swifties that listen to this are probably wanting to tear our heads off.
They definitely are. I just know that Cruel Summer, The Man, and Karma are on the Lover album. Those are the only songs I've heard from that. I was singing it the other day, the Cruel Summer song. I can't remember. I was singing the lyrics wrong. They're like, my sister was like, that's not the lyrics. I'm like, how am I supposed to freaking, I don't listen to her. I don't know. I only hear it on,
damn it.
Yeah, I was like, whatever, remix, Taylor's version. Like,
this is Izzy's on the blocks version. Okay.
I know I'm rebranding my TikTok to Izzy in the NY City, but I have to wait 30 days to change it because I changed it to Izzy on the block. And then like 2 minutes later, I was like, wait, I need to like rebrand. And then it was like 30 days from now. I'm like, great.
Make myself 30 more days until I can become famous.
Yeah. So maybe it's a sign because like I'm working under Izzy from the block. So it's like the buildup. So like I was on the block, but now I'm in the city because like the block was like what, like the Bronx for J-Lo. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
yeah,
where she lives.
maybe I feel like people kind of love a rebrand. So maybe you come out with like a whole rebrand.
Yeah.
In the city.
Well, Lover, Izzy's version.
Izzy's Eras tour.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like I can't change my Instagram handle because I feel like that's cringy. Because people will be like, you just moved to New York. I'll be like, no, I know. Like, that's the joke. Ass wipe.
Yeah.
I can just see the screenshots being sent around as we speak.
I mean, we would.
No, exactly. That's why I know.
We are top tier haters. And if we saw someone else do it, we would screenshot it and be like, look at this.
Yeah, like it's like the whole people changing their last name on like going out of their way to change their handle. I'm like, that's so, and I don't know why it annoys me so much. It's like the thing.
Know people by their handle. So then when you're changing it, like I'm like, why? Who is this person I'm following? And then I'm like, oh, it's because they got married last weekend, so they had to switch it all up. And I'm like, no, I don't know you anymore. So
this is the rebrand we were looking for.
No, no, not at all. I can't stand that. One of my guy friends, I shared our Slam laptop on my Instagram, and he responded. He was like, wait, you have a podcast? And I was like, yeah, new episodes every week, LOLs. And he was like, OMG, I'm gonna have to give it a listen. And I was like, all right, so fair warning, it's just me and my like best friend yapping.
Like literally, there's no agenda.
Yeah. And he goes, I fear we might be in love. He responded and said, I love listening to you yap. We did it until 7 a.m. So we might be getting married. Dude,
that's like that meme I sent you today. It's like I followed this account called Overheard in New York, and people like submit little things that they overhear. God. And one of them was, I think he's in love with me. He double texted me. Well, the first message didn't go through, so he sent it again.
No, that's me as fuck. Oh, he had messaged this same boy that we were just talking about. We're gonna have to come up with a code name for him. But he messaged, I was like, I sent him the hand hearts to like him loving to listen to me yap. And he just messaged me. He said, I'm listening to you while I do errands. I didn't know there was video too.
Oh my God. I think people like the video. Okay. So I've gotten pretty good at the subway, like, which I think is impressive because
You
I
ride
never
more
thought
than
I'd
just the 6 now?
Yeah, I'm taking the F, but I fucking hate the F because there's an elevator. And then yesterday, so we've been in a drought. It hasn't rained in over 2 months at this point in New York. So there we were on like a national drought, not national, statewide drought. And yesterday, you called me about tea. So then I'm walking in the pouring rain. And then I get into the elevator and you're still talking and you're like, I think I lost you. And there's me and 7 other people in the elevator. So like I wasn't going to just talk while everybody's in there. You know, that's like awkward. But I don't know why it irks me to take the elevator. And then I was meeting my friend and I was like, yeah, I hate taking the F line because there's an elevator. She's like, no, I hate it too. And then somebody in the elevator said, I forgot I hate the F because of the elevator. And I'm like, the fucking elevators, man. Rather take like 5 flights of stairs than the elevator. I don't know why.
I think elevators are just so close and like you feel closed in. Very
And
claustrophobic.
it throws me off because you're pressing, it says like different floors, but you're going down
Oh, yeah.
because you're going deep underground.
Yeah, and so there's other floors to stop on, but obviously you don't stop on those.
Right. So you have to kind of like think like, oh, like where am I going? You know? And that takes a lot of effort. Like I just want to hop on.
Well, hopefully there's other people in the elevator and they just press the button so you have no thought process.
Yeah, but then I have to figure out where to get off. That's my issue. Because like one of them is titled mezzanine. I don't even know what that means.
I know that word, but I don't fully know what it means.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I know that word. If somebody was like, what's the definition? I'd be like, I don't know. You know?
I know I feel like hotels usually have the mezzanine and then they have a lobby. But there's something different between the two.
I've also heard mezzanine in the financial world. So that throws me off too.
Yeah, I have no idea there.
So, yeah, I know from what it looks like, the word mezzanine means like the main floor of the subway. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's the main floor of all. Maybe mezzanine and lobby are like the same thing.
Yeah, maybe one sounds fancy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start when I get a 2-story house, if that ever happens, I'm gonna be like, oh guys, the mezzanine.
Everyone's gonna be like, this girl's so damn dumb.
Or they're gonna think, wow, they're gonna be like, she's so classy.
It's like the foyer, and you're like, welcome to the mezzanine.
Okay, I thought it was foyer.
I think they're both the same, but like,
okay,
I always know it as the foyer.
I don't know. The foyer sounds trashy to me. I don't like it.
It's always been a foyer in my whole entire life.
It sounds uneducated to me for some reason. And the thing is, it's probably not even called a foyer, and I'm the idiot.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it comes from like, I don't know, a French background and they said foyer, and then like over in the US they say foyer. Hey, I've made it here. So
yeah. Alive but barely breathing.
Yeah. Trying to stay afloat as my bank account went into the negatives this week. No, silly. I literally got on and I was like, oh, that's not good. Gotta move some money over.
Gotta move some money around. Dude, this paycheck, I have $1,400 worth of bills. That doesn't even include rent. I was like, do I file for bankruptcy now?
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, that's more than my paycheck.
Well,
so yeah, I'd be down real bad.
I do have some Venmo requests or Venmo coming in, but it's only like $200, which like doesn't really make a dent in the 1,400, you know?
Yeah. I actually made another emergency cocktail. Well, there's no cocktail, so mocktail today, since all of a sudden I randomly got sick again.
Yeah, that sucks.
Literally last night I was totally fine until you FaceTimed me. I was whitening my teeth. And while we were like, I mean, I wasn't really talking because I couldn't really talk since I had whitening strips on. I like got this tickle in my throat. And I was like, oh, it must be me trying to talk with whitening strips on. Took those off, drank some water, and still the tickle would not go away. So now I'm back on my pneumonia medicine bullshit because I don't want to be sick for Thanksgiving. I don't want to be sick for this weekend. I'm trying to be child-free, feral, and drunk and ratchet.
Oh yeah, for this weekend. I was gonna say in Oviedo, I'd rather
No,
be sick.
no, no, this weekend. It's why I think I've decided I'm not gonna do anything Friday night.
Mm.
And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm gonna have fun.
Well, because all my bills, because I schedule my bills, like I always have it come out on Thursday. So when I get paid on Friday, it's withdrawn, like because it doesn't hit till the next day because like
Yeah.
ACH transfers. So then on Friday, I can see how much money I have after my bills because that's just how my brain operates. Then I also had like groceries, which was expensive. And I honestly can't remember where I was going with this. Oh, I spent so much money yesterday that I don't want to. I was like, Friday, I'm not going to do anything. And then Saturday, I want to just, like, my friend and I are doing something easy and getting like poutine. And,
Again.
yeah, dude, we went to this place. I'd never been there. It was so good. It was like $10 for a huge thing. So not like bad.
Yeah.
So we split it. And it's like filling.
Yeah, my neighbor
$5.
Carl brought me over orange juice, and so obviously with orange juice, I then went and bought champagne.
Duh.
So, because like, what else am I gonna do with orange juice? So I think I'm gonna drink a lot of champagne Saturday, and then Sunday I'm starting with brunch with one of my pregnant friends. Not gonna drink with her, I don't think, because like
Mm.
might as well save money and save calories since she can't drink either.
Yeah.
And then I'll see where the day goes from there. But at that point, I might be starting to feel loosey goosey and be like, oop, ready for a drinky now. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Sunday I'll probably just end up chilling. I usually like to not do a lot on Sundays. I
Well,
think I
sometimes
always
in
need
bed.
like, yeah, that do be the case sometimes. Well, usually if I drink, like I think a lot of it had to do with sleep deprivation because I slept like 3 hours each night and I was drinking for 14 hours 2 days in a row. Like that wasn't ideal. And I didn't really eat. Like Saturday, I only had the poutine and I didn't go to bed until 4. I don't even remember getting home. My friend Sarah, like we met at like 2 p.m. on Saturday, and I was like, okay, I want to do something that doesn't involve alcohol. And then I got on the fucking F train, and it was giving me nausea. And then I was like, holy shit, the hangover is hitting me. And I was like, I need a drink like yesterday. But yeah, so we had like 2 cocktails, and then we went to the Spaniard.
Oh, I do like that place.
The Spaniard's kind of a staple in New York.
Yeah. I will say New York's kind of hard because when I look at your location because I don't like really know where you live and there's just so much shit around that like it's hard to know if you're at home or not. But sometimes I'll look and I'll just see that you're at the Spaniard and I'll be like, oh, I know where she's at.
Yeah, the Spaniard. I'm on 60th.
I know, but it's just so hard. Like in Charlotte, like I could easily see like, oh, this is where she is. Like I see the highway right there, so it's easy to know like, oh, she's at home. But New York,
Yeah.
like, I mean, shit, you could be like literally just like down one block and it'd be like, is it accurate? Is she at home? Is she not at home? I don't know.
True, like the Trader Joe's, which is literally right across the street. And I feel like when you're higher up, it also like the location is like, oh, are they further like because my Pokemon stops, like sometimes they're like I have access to all 4 Pokemon stops, and sometimes I only have access to one because it can't like figure out my exact location.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about this since I just keep looking at myself. I feel like you should try the sock curls.
I tried it once, but my hair was wet and I didn't leave it in for too long. But I also like, I guess it wouldn't really take a lot of effort. You know, I don't like to put a lot of effort in my hair since it's just straight. It's like whatever.
But it's
Also,
so easy.
it's so easy, but it doesn't take a lot for me to curl my hair either. If I use a Dyson, if I use a curling iron, my hair gets it's like they're huge because the curls are just like different
Okay,
than the
so
Dyson.
here's my thought. You also want to stop sleeping on the side of your face. So
Yeah.
if you did the sock method, it would also keep you from sleeping on the side of your face. And it would take 0 time in the morning at all to do your hair. Even if like the Dyson only takes 5 minutes, this takes not even 5.
But I work from home. I don't even like put makeup. That's the thing is like, I mean, I'll try. I've done it before. It worked. I just don't put in the effort. Like being at home, it's like I have nobody to impress. I don't wear makeup. I don't put a mascara on for any of my calls. Like, so I just don't like, I'm not going to do my hair if I'm not even putting mascara on.
Yeah, I just don't think I would call it doing your hair, but maybe.
Yeah, putting any effort into anything is doing something.
Very dull humbug, okay?
Well, I just like don't. Austin prefers my hair straight, which honestly, like, I don't care what he prefers, but like, I also just like the lack of maintenance. I don't blow dry my hair. I don't do anything to it.
Oh God, me either. Something that always kills me is when guys, I feel like, have preferences on women things when I just don't think they know.
No,
Like,
I 100% agree, but I think with the hair, he obviously knows. Like his favorite way for me to wear my hair is when I get out of the shower and like it's just freshly dried. But like that takes no effort. But also like he'll be like I'll curl my hair if I want to curl my hair. Like I don't care.
yeah, I just like even and I know like you like not I'm not talking about like you two, but like
yeah,
if you want to cut your hair, you'll cut your hair.
right.
But like when guys have those preferences, like, oh no, I only like girls with long hair, and it's like, well, have you ever even dated a girl with short hair? Like, have you ever even been open to that? Or like my brother, apparently, when he was getting married to his now wife, he told her when she went wedding dress shopping, she was like, anything like you like or don't like whatever. And he was like, I do not like lace. And so she was like, okay, I won't wear anything with lace. And I'm like, I don't think he even knows what that fully means.
Yeah, like I mean, like I said, I'll take his opinion into consideration with stuff. Like I'm like, does this look better or this look better? But then at the end of the day, I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna wear what
Look at how he dresses.
Yeah, exactly. And like the other day, he was like, yeah, I prefer like white nails, and so I got light pink. Well, I was like, you know what? I'll be nice. I'll maybe do this for you. But like, I don't. His opinion just like doesn't really matter
I guess
to me.
for me, I just really don't care about any boy's opinion.
No, I don't disagree. Like I said, I'll listen to it. I'll like take it into consideration. But at the end of the day, if I don't want to do that, like I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, like long-term ex hated eyelash like falsies. He hated them. But if I'm like going out for New Year's Eve and I want to put them on, I'm gonna put them on.
No, exactly. Like
and he's like, I don't like this. And I'm like, I don't care.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like, I'll listen, but at the end of the day, I'll do whatever I want. Like I don't know. Like I think also the thing with straight hair and long hair, and I think I've mentioned it, like people associate straight hair with youth. So curls like make people look older, I guess, or they associate curls with like older or straight hair, which I'm not doing it because I'm trying to look young. I generally just do it because I don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah.
But like I think I know that's I think one thing where I hear a lot of men being like, oh, I prefer straight hair. And I think it's like one of those things like blue eyes. People, you know, like I'm not a blue eyed, like I'm not attracted to blue eyes, but people associate blue eyes with youth and blondes with youth.
Yeah. I don't even own a hair straightener, so my hair's never straight.
Yeah. I mean, my sister has pin straight hair and she never wears her hair straight. She always does it. I just like don't feel like doing that. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, like girls care too much about what their boyfriends think. And like half the time you look at your boyfriend and he's wearing like a blue t-shirt and like khakis. And it's like, you care about what that guy thinks. Like, I don't care if he's your husband, but like that guy.
If he's wearing a striped polo, I don't care about any of his fashion opinions.
If he's wearing a t-shirt with a logo on it in general, immediate no. Like imagine you like, I mean, I guess the Hollister one's probably a bad example. But if I saw a guy with just like Hollister, I'd be like, go to jail. Like, what are you doing out here? How old is that shirt? Women should care less about what men think about the way they're dressed, because if your people aren't questioning whether you're bi, you don't want it.
Exactly. I remember when I first started seeing P, I loved to like ask him like if I was out with the girls and then he was like coming to meet us or something, and be like, so what do you think I'm wearing? Just because like I'd love to like hear his guess. Like, it's gonna be that super basic, like, jeans, black top type of thing. And then like he shows up and I remember one time I was my Tasmania Devil sweatshirt, a little skater skirt, my socks with little pearls on the top of them, and my loafers.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, not exactly at all what you were picturing, but I look cute, so whatever.
Honestly, I'm a big pleated skirt girl these days.
That doesn't surprise me at all, though.
No, it doesn't surprise, but I love a pleated skirt. It's a skirt, which is I'm a skirt girl, because then you never know when you're gonna drunkenly do the splits.
Yeah, I mean, I wear biker shorts under every single one of my dresses and skirts or skirts or whatever. But part of that's also because my thighs will chafe.
Oh, yeah. I've been wearing, I love the like fleece line tights.
I know. My mom actually was just talking to me about those yesterday. I think I do need to buy a pair.
They're actually good, and they do keep you warm, and you're not like hot in your no square. And it's like, oh my god, this girl needs to breathe. Like, it's not like that.
Let she breathe.
Yeah, like you're not like, it's not like a furnace down there.
That area allows air.
I know. I do want to get a second pair though, because the ones I have, I got them like a year ago, and they kind of have like the diapery butt. Like my butt doesn't look like a diaper, but I want one that like parts between my butt cheeks, so it doesn't like diaper butt me. It just has the line between the middle, like the separation,
Yeah, you want to have the seam.
The ones I have now, but like my butt doesn't look like a diaper, so honestly, I feel like I should just like get over it, because my skirts are like, they're not like tight, they're like, it's a pleated skirt. So I don't know, I probably won't do it. It seems like another thing to spend money on that like I don't need to spend money on.
I know. I keep seeing all of the Black Friday ads, and I'm trying to have like not even pay attention. I'm like looking the exact other way, because obviously I don't need to spend money on things, but also there's so many things I just want to buy.
I did some shopping yesterday, but I actually bought like face wash, which I'm out of, and I was planning on buying this week. Anything I needed cotton balls or like cotton pads.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing I want to buy, so we'll see.
I think the next thing you need to buy are the hand warmers.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about those. I have gloves.
No, girl, you need these.
I run cold. My hands are cold right now. I run so cold.
I know, that's why you need hand warmers.
Yeah, like the gloves aren't enough. Today it's 37, but it feels like on my app it says feels like 20. But I went out there, so my block has like, I don't know what to call it. It's like a microclimate. Like it's always 5 to 10 degrees warmer than the rest of the city. And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that we're by the water.
I don't know. I never understand like air pockets like that, because even like the other day when we were starting to get cold, but like over the weekend we were really warm, I went on a run, and on my run I'd go through like cold pockets and then warm pockets, and it was just like so weird to be running. You'd run into it and you'd be like, oh wow, like that was different, and then you kind of forget that it's different, and then you'd get into the next pocket and it would hit you again. You're like, oh my gosh, like I'm not ready for this. I want just like consistent air.
Yeah, and by the water, so like I said, my block alone is like 5-10 degrees warmer. By the water, it's like 15 degrees warmer. Like it is a good like 10 degrees warmer than even my block, and that's literally just a block over. So I think the water has something. That's like my only math.
I don't know yet, because if someone were to ask me, I would usually probably say by the water would be colder because it'd probably be windier.
Yeah, but I'm also like, it's not like the ocean, it's like a river.
Yeah.
So, but I think science podcasts, as y'all know, that being by the water is actually like the climate generally stays more leveled. I don't know what it is. So during the winter, it gets warmer than any other part, but during the summer, it gets cooler. I don't know. Somebody told me about it and they gave me an explanation, but
forgot to listen.
I zoned out. This was in like 6th grade. You guys
know. Okay, Bill Nye.
I don't know. I have like a lot of things from 6th grade science that I remember, and I don't know why. I couldn't tell you a single thing from like high school science.
I also don't really fully understand the weather because then, like, if you live by the Great Lakes, you always get way more snow than any other areas because of all the water right there.
You know, I'm wondering if it's like evaporation. Maybe like the water is evaporating and it like, you know, what's the one that goes down? Rain.
the wet rain.
Yeah. I wonder if like maybe that's happening. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. So someone fact check us. I'm sure we'll get a text this week.
Like
you
idiots.
We don't know anything. Don't listen to us.
This is not a. We should have named it. This is not a science podcast. Oh, one thing. I just literally got a text message, family group chat, or like not full family group chat, like uncle and sister group chat. He's actually at the air. Well, he's not out there. He was there like yesterday at the Eras tour.
Oh, really?
I wonder if that was a sign that maybe I listened to the album that's after Red, that Shake It Off is on, whatever album that is.
Well, this is her last concerts of the Eras tour.
Oh, my friend went to the one in New Orleans a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I knew a few people that went to that, and then a few people that went to Indianapolis, and then now he's in Vancouver, right?
Somewhere in Canada. I don't know where.
I think, yeah, I do know it's somewhere in Canada. I kind of want to say Vancouver, but I could be so wrong.
He lives in Toronto, so I don't know.
It could also be there.
Yeah, I don't know. But he's in Canada. I'm actually going to Canada in February. I don't know how to say that month.
I don't know. The way I like kind of say it is, it's bad when you're born that month and we don't really know how to say
Well,
it.
I've been saying February, and then somebody's like February, and now I'm self-conscious about it. And for some reason, I've been having to say that month almost once a day. So it's like I never have to use this word ever, and now I do. Like,
I think I say February, but when I'm spelling it, I say in my head I say Feb-R-U-ary because there is that R in there. I think you pronounce the first R.
February.
I'm saying I think you do. I don't.
No, I know. I can't even remember how to spell. Like I can't remember how I was saying February. Is there 2 R's?
February. Yeah, you add that first R in there. I mean, there is an R, so like you don't add it, but you pronounce it.
I think it's like Wednesday where you're not supposed to, but whatever. I'm gonna keep it up. Nobody's corrected me yet. I was born that month, so I think I have an exception.
I can say however I want.
Yeah, I'm like the queen of February.
Ma'am, you don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going. Got free flight and free hotel.
Oh, bands.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out if Austin is coming or not. And if not, I was gonna like invite a friend, but I'll be like, you gotta buy you for your own ticket. But then it's like free hotel, so it's like,
yeah,
who cares?
It's just gonna be so cold.
Yeah, but I have like 2 warm jackets. So honestly, I was like thinking about it, and I was like, how do I make this bands for my friends? Because I know from Charlotte or Atlanta, it's like expensive. But I was like, dude, I got bands mentality. So I'm like, get a Frontier flight, like just pack your backpack, wear your like jeans and stuff, 1 pair of jeans, don't put on multiple. Fly it to New York. I have a winter jacket that would easily be comfortable in Canada. So then I'll pack you a hat and pack your winter stuff because I've got it. And then you only have to buy a flight from New York to Canada, which was like $150. So then you're spending like $200. Bands, honestly. Like a flight from Charlotte to New York, you can get it for $24 round trip.
Yeah, not Atlanta. I wish. But also, I will say, I don't look at flights with layovers.
No, I mean, yeah, but I was just saying you'd fly like a day early to New York.
Yeah.
Hang out in New York. I looked at a flight from New York to Atlanta. I feel like you paid a lot, and I think it's because it was in December, because the one I looked at was like $70.
Yeah, I mean, I only paid $120, so Not bad.
Yeah, I think it's also December in New York. Like everybody's coming up. Like I don't have a single day to myself.
But I am flying super random days. Most people don't fly on Wednesdays and Thursdays and Tuesdays.
Wednesdays are the cheapest day to fly.
Yeah, exactly. Because no one's flying on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Yeah, I took off Thursday and Friday and then the Monday because I was like, everybody's gonna be waking me up or something, and I might as well just take off. And I probably need to like rest or something.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the YOLO life does get exhausting.
It's not even that. It's like I have somebody coming up then 2 days later. Not even, yeah, a day later after you leave. I have something coming up. I don't know if she's coming up the 18th or 19th, but then like Austin's in the office 3 days a week. I know he gets to start being remote at some point, but I was like, so 3 days a week, like I'm just supposed to, like I'm working. Like I'm not entertaining your mom. For a whole week? Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to put on anyone.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I'm working. And then she leaves on the 26th. And then the evening out of the 26th, we have people flying in.
At least
I'm just going to be like,
visit.
Yeah, they don't want to come visit. They want a free place to stay. They don't care about like seeing me. They want to go to New York.
I don't know, because I feel like if they didn't care about seeing you, they wouldn't stay with you.
I mean, I don't think they don't want to see me, but I'm saying like it's a convenience that it's a free place to stay. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people have like their own plans. They're like, oh, I'm going to go do this day. Like I know Austin's friends when they're coming in, they're like, oh, we're going to be gone all day. So like, yeah, we'll probably grab like dinner. But like in reality, like it's her 30th birthday. So it's like they're doing what she wants to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which makes sense. But I also think like, I don't know, like one, if you don't really care about seeing anyone, you're not going to stay with them. Like we had friends last year that went up and they did not want to stay with someone else. So because they didn't want to like really deal with their energy. And so they went and got a hotel room instead because they were like, I don't want to put myself in that situation. I also think when people like go visit and they are staying with someone, they're like, hey, like we're going to be doing this. Like, but you like they don't want to mess up your own plans, you know?
Yeah, I can see that. We have other people coming up the same weekend. They all are coming up. It's like their 5-year wedding anniversary, and they're staying in a hotel. So I was like, can't stay with us anyway. I don't have room.
Yeah, you will be sleeping on the kitchen counter.
Like literally, I'm trying to see if I can find like a double air mattress. I want to see if that fits in my apartment. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Like the couch situation, the couch isn't very big, but like when you can like lay your legs onto the bed. So it's like fine. Like I do that a lot, but I'm also shorter than you. That's why I was like, we'll just switch positions. But then I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking freeze to death because I'm not going to have the comforter. I'm going to be in a blanket.
We'll turn on the heat.
Austin has to sleep at 68. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll figure it out.
Then he can sleep in the living room. Whatever, we'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. I'll drink enough to where I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not worried about it. I'm like, whatever. I don't care about your discomfort, honestly. It's not my problem. I'm not a good host. Anybody's no, anybody that's staying with me, I'm like, I don't care about your discomfort. Like, you didn't have to come up if you didn't want. I gave you guys a heads up on what the situation was. You don't like it.
I just got screwed as the single friend.
Well, you can sleep on an air mattress with Michelle.
I should have been in the damn bed.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's you. Someone invited themselves, boy. And so then I got booted.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was the first one that said, I'm coming up this weekend. And then I got booted out as the single friend. It's a hard life to be me.
Whoops. You're saving $1,000 instead of not having to stay in a hotel.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be going up there if I had to pay for a hotel.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me that it's like during this time of the year, it's like $800 a night. But I've like found I found a lot of really good hotels for cheaper for like $300 nights and like hotels that I've stayed at. So I'm like, what are y'all fucking looking at?
I think it really just depends. Like I know whenever we go up for work, it's always so expensive because of the UN meeting or whatever it is.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I'm sure also like people that are typically looking are looking for like weekend days, whereas you were usually booking for weekdays because that's how like if you go to Las Vegas to stay, you can stay in a nice ass hotel during the week and it's cheap. And then as soon as Friday, Saturday nights come, it's like 4 times the price. And you're like,
See, I haven't had that in New York, and like I used to stay throughout the weekend, and I never had that issue. We'd like fly in on a Wednesday and leave on the Sunday, and it would be the same price.
I wonder if it's because you were spending so many nights there.
Maybe.
You
But no,
know?
if you go to the Virgin Hotel, which is really nice, they do buy 2 nights, get the third one free.
Oh, that is super bands.
Yeah, and it's like 300 a night, but 600 for 3 nights. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And there was like a gym, there's a pool, there's 2 bars, a whole restaurant. They don't have complimentary breakfast, but like that's the least of my worries.
Yeah, I'll just go get a bagel on the street.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a hot dog. Dude, New York hot dogs do kind of rock. I know you're not a hot dog girl, but I've had a
Yeah,
couple good ones.
I do like a sausage and peppers on the street.
Yeah, they have those on. Yeah, I would say they have those on the street.
Yeah, those are what I do like because last time I went to New York and went to get one, I got it in Bryant Park and the guy like didn't, I guess, understand what I wanted. And so instead I got like a euro,
Oh, weird.
but like in a hot dog bun. Like what you would put in a euro
Yeah.
with hot dog, like in a hot dog bun. It was the weirdest thing. And I was like, I'm not even gonna argue this. Like it is what it is. I'll take the L.
Dude, the other day, I think it was like Wednesday or Tuesday, this guy in New York was just like randomly going around stabbing people. Yeah. And it's crazy that this guy was even like out. He'd gone arrested 7 times, had 8 felonies, and he stabbed the 22-year-old construction worker in Hudson Yard. Next person he stabbed was on 30th and 2nd, and I lived on 28th and 2nd, like the Kips Bay place, so like right there. And then there was he did it again like higher up, and then they finally caught him at like I think it was like 44th Street, so like not that far away from me.
Jeez.
Yeah, but he was just like randomly going around stabbing people. He's 3 people. Now he's obviously in jail. I don't think he's coming out.
Did they all die?
Yeah.
Wow. So he was like stabbing. He wasn't just
Yeah.
like, stabbed by. I had a dream last night that I stabbed someone.
Were you scared? Did it wake you up?
I honestly don't fully remember. I don't think it did. Like I remember there was like 2 girls and they were doing something and I ended up with a knife and one of them was like, she's not gonna do anything with that. And I was like, yeah, I will. And they're like, and the girl was like, no, you won't. And I was just like, and then I slit her neck and I was like, you still think I won't?
What the hell?
I also kind of on a whole different note. Do you remember the Ellen show, Sophia Grace and Rosie? Those 2 little girls that like sang.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. Okay. One is pregnant with her 2nd child.
I know. I saw that came up on my TikTok today. The brunette.
Yeah, the brunette, the older one. She was born in 2003, so she's 21. And she's pregnant with her 2nd child. Also really confused because like none of her stuff is ever with a boy. So like I don't even like do the kids have the same dad? Is she just like hoeing around?
I wonder if the dad has like been like, I don't want to be part of any social media. Are the kids shown on social media?
The one kid that's born thus far is, yes.
I don't know. I was gonna say maybe the dad has been like, I don't want to like be part of this, or maybe they're like separated. Maybe different dads, maybe the same dad and random hookup. Sometimes people would do that. They'll be like, I would rather have the same dad, so I'll just like hook up with my ex and have a kid together since we already have a kid together, and then be like, we're just not together.
That's just so odd to me.
I mean, it's like obviously people who are on good terms with their exes. Yeah. It's not like somebody you freaking hate.
I fucking hate that guy, but whatever.
We already have one together. Let's do it again. Yeah, like I've seen that though, where it's like we're on good terms. We both want a 2nd kid. Might as well have it with like the same, because there's like the double standard with women having kids from different dads, especially if they're not married, you know?
Yeah. Well, and it makes it easier too if they do have the same dad and stuff, because then like the kids are always together. You never have to separate them when they're like going to their dads or going to their moms or whatever. They have like a very consistent life.
Yeah, you already have like an established schedule. Obviously in the beginning, the baby probably stays with the mom for the first like year.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, you already have an established schedule. There's no need to worry about like court visitations, all that fun stuff. I think the only thing that could change potentially would be like, what is it called when you pay them child support?
Yeah.
But also I think if you have that relationship, let's say, like you might already just be like, look, you pay for this, I'll pay for this. Like, let's not even worry. You don't have to like give me money. Like, I'm fine, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I agree. But yeah, the older one, pregnant with her second child, and then Rosie, the younger one, who I want to say is 18. Now she's like a wannabe singer and like has music videos and everything. I didn't listen to any of it, so I don't know if it's any good. But she's one of those kids that like Sophia Grace, like, yeah, if you look at her long enough, you can see the resemblance of when she was on the Ellen Show and little. But like Rosie, she looks the exact same to me. Seeing her,
I don't know which one's which.
To now, Rosie's the little blonde.
Yeah, I can't remember what they look like as kids, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, she's someone that literally just got like bigger, but like has the same exact face and everything. I was like, that's so weird, but yeah, she's a wannabe singer, I guess.
Well, good luck to her career.
I mean, Sophia Grace has like, I want to say like 1.5 million followers on Instagram.
And dude, I need that.
And Rosie, I want to say had like over 700,000. So I'm sure they're very well off.
Probably.
But we're right behind them, so I'm really not worried about it.
Yeah. With my 49 followers on TikTok.
Yeah. Hey, maybe next episode of Rarely Rad, we might be famous by then.
Yeah, I want to hit 100 followers next year. And I know you were like, you should raise that goal. I don't think I can. Like, I don't think I'm getting up to 100.
I mean, I am almost at 200, so I think you could.
We'll see.
We'll get
I've
there.
only gained followers since I started.
You've gained how many?
Only 2.
Like I gained some, but then
like
unfollowed me. So
yeah, mine's been like last. I guess it's been about 10 days, so it's not terrible.
I don't know. We're figuring it out, but next episode will be famous. We won't have a new episode next week. Happy Thanksgiving. Like, comment, subscribe, download, send us love. I don't know. Tell your friends to follow us. And
Venmo.
Yeah. Venmo us. Whatever you like, do it for us because you know us and you love us. So bye.